What's going on, guys, and welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. You know, I tell you stories all the time. Sitting in the warehouse. Right now we're on location, Daytona Beach, Florida for the Turkey Rod Run, and I got a car story involving me right here on the strip. What's going on, guys? This is your old buddy Rabbit from Rabbit's Used Cars, coming to you live from Daytona Beach, Florida. One of my favorite car sales stories ever, though, like I said, happened right here off this strip. We saw a car here at the show that I'm 98% sure is actually the car I sold here about 15 years ago. That car is a 1987 Cutlass Oldsmobile G-Body Shuffle Pro Street blown small block. I bought this car out of Kentucky. This thing was absolutely nasty. Big blower coming out of it, Pro Street. And it was actually bright red back then, and we'll dig some pictures up if we can. But this thing's been repainted black and silver and absolutely gorgeous. The Bel Air, which was right down the stretch right here, was the hangout spot. That's where everybody was. I had this big Pro Street Cutlass. We're out cruising around with all the street machines. This car was a bag of hell. I'm talking about trans brake, line lock. It was literally a glorified drag car is all it was. But this is the thing. When you're selling a car, sometimes you can be a little too good at selling one. And I'm going to show you. If it's got it, I want to show it to you. I had this guy come up and look at the car. Guy was wearing a polo shirt, khaki shorts. You know, he was that clean-cut guy. Didn't look like the guy that wanted a big blown Pro Street Oldsmobile. Roll cage, the whole shooting match. But this is the thing. You know what? Can't judge a book by its cover. This might be the perfect car for this guy. So he says, hey, can you take me up the road in it? And I said, man, I'd love to take you up for the road in this bad boy. We wait for a little break in the action on the strip. We pull this big Pro Street Cutlass out. I go just a few miles, just headed towards Flagler Beach. Going through the gears, this thing had a power glide in it, manual shift. Like I said, this car was not for the faint of heart. He goes, you mind getting on it a little bit? So we come up to a red light. We're sitting there. I grab that trans brake. I come up on it just a little bit with the throttle. When I let that trans brake out, we laid them right back in that seat, feeling about like those guys are right now, right here on the screen machine. I laid them back in that seat. I'm gonna tell you something. That boy right there, he about took a shit in his khaki shorts, if you catch my drift. I scared the living shit out of him. When I put that bitch in second gear, we were on a pass with this bad boy. We locked it down, slowed back down, rolled right back into the Bel Air. I pulled in. It took him about 10 minutes to get out of the car. It wasn't because of the roll cage. It literally shook him up that much in that car. I thought it was awesome. We had people cheering us on the sidewalk, everything else. Thank God no cops were around. I hope statute of limitations is up on this. Nobody got hurt, had a good time. He got out of the car, he walked around, he was shaking like a leaf. This guy was so nervous. He goes, I don't think I can buy this car. Why? He goes, this is a little too much car for me. And I'm like, too much car for you? He goes, yes, this is way too much car for me. He gave me $1,000 for the ride. And he said, best of luck with the sale. Well, that sucks, but hey, I made a G, had a little fun in my hot rod. Next night, we're back at the Bel Air Plaza, got my big blown Cutlass sitting there, have a gentleman walk up wearing cowboy boots, got his hair combed over, big old belt buckle. He goes, man, I like that little Cutlass and I want to go for a ride in that thing. I might be interested in buying that. I said, sure, I'll take you up the road. And I fired that big blown bitch up, rattling the ground, whining like an ex-wife. Pull out on the strip, headed right back up to Flagler Beach. Turned the car around. He goes, you mind getting on it a little bit? We pulled up the red light. I told him, I said, sir, what kind of car are you looking for? And he goes, well, son, I'm looking for a fast car. This one's one of those, I hope. And I said, make sure your belts are tight. He grabbed his harness, he snagged them down just like that. I came up on that trans brake. I promise you, son, we have witnesses say we brought the wheels up off the ground on the strip right here on A1A. Smacked that bitch second gear, come through, I let out of it. He was cheering and clapping his hands. He pulled in, he bought the car. I never saw that Cutlass again till literally this past day. I'm 99% sure it's the same car because the way the interior and all was done, the car's always been repainted, but also has the same engine blower set up. Every time I'm on the strip, I think about the time that maybe I was a little too good of a salesman. Guys, we'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars. What's going on, guys? This is Rabbit's Used Cars coming to you live from A1A right here in Daytona Beach. Well, back in the day, we used to have a hangout spot right here. Love my hard rod buddies. I tell you, like I said, I've been going to Daytona Beach a long time. I even got a little Daytona Beach history for you. See this right here? That's the Streamline Hotel. Hey, so damn, Rob, that's an old hotel. Yes, it is. And in 1948, Bill Francis, that was the birthplace of NASCAR. Right in the top deck of that hotel was the papers were signed for NASCAR.